Good evening, everyone. It's Cricket Lot. This is Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. And tonight we are talking about Young Living products that help support your digestion and gut health. And you may have noticed from the text message that I sent, there's a replay from a call we had on Monday night about enzymes and health, and that's an hour and a half long. So if you watch that replay, allow enough time for that. So I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to get started. Share screen. Okay, so Digestion 101. And did the screen change? Does it say welcome now?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Thanks, welcome.
Okay. So, all of these foods have different digestive needs. Carbs need one kind of enzyme. Vegetables need another kind of enzyme. So fruits need another kind of enzyme. Proteins need another kind of enzyme. So everything that we consume has to go through our digestive system. And so it's turning our food into molecules that our cells can use for energy, for growth, repair, waste products, all of that. I forgot to get my class out. So if you have low energy levels, you're getting headaches, you have skin issues, you have constipation issues, a lot of it has to do with your gut health. I had a lady that had respiratory issues constantly. And I asked her, are you constipated regularly? Yes, she was. And so, that's all related to your gut. So the best thing to do is to get your digestion going well, and then you'll be good to help all your other systems, your skin, your breathing, all of that, your brain. So all that packaged and processed stuff is not great for us. So we're going to start with the digestive system. It's like a long tube that runs down through your body. It starts with your brain, chewing in your mouth, your esophagus, going down your stomach, your small intestine, your large intestine. So even before you take a bite, your brain starts to imagine what the food will taste like. Your digestive juices, saliva, enzymes, and digestive hormones start to flow in anticipation of what's to come. Your mouth, the salivary glands soften food while you chew. On the call Monday night, the gal said, you need to chew your water and drink your food. And she said, what she means by that is when you take the water in your mouth, you should swish it around so it gets closer to your body temperature before you swallow it. I started trying to do that today. It's very difficult. And then your food you should drink your food, which means you should chew. She said 32 times. I've heard 35 times, 45 times, 60 times. Chew long enough that the food in your mouth is liquidy and you're not forcing anything down your throat. It flows down easily. If you have to take a drink, to wash your food down, you didn't chew it long enough. You didn't get it liquidy enough. So your esophagus, of course, is the tube that goes from your mouth down to your stomach. And there's a little door at the bottom called the esophageal sphincter, which keeps the stomach acid and food from coming back up. If there's a problem with that, that's where you get GERD and acid reflux and that kind of thing. And we'll talk about that a little bit. Okay, small intestine. Oh, stomach, I'm sorry. Stomach, that's your body's blender. Bits of food mixed with acid and enzymes. So they break down even further to a soupy liquid called chyme, C-H-Y-M-E. And then the small intestine is where the food is completely digested and nutrients are absorbed. So it has a duodenum, a jejunum, and the ileum. And each section absorbs a different set of nutrients. And then the large intestine, the main job here is to remove water from what is left of your food, absorb some nutrients, form stool, and then when it's well formed, it gets pushed into the descending colon and into the rectum where it exits the body. So it's a very cool and amazing system. So what are the worst things you can eat for digestion? Added sugars, refined oils and grains, processed foods, alcohol, drugs, medications, painkillers, pesticides, food preservatives, dyes. Chronic stress also weakens the immune system. So all of this diet can contribute to things like autoimmune diseases. I heard when they were putting what was that awful sweetener in diet sodas, that was causing the autoimmune disease where your muscles are, and when people quit drinking the diet soda, it cleared up. So, you know, sodas are not good. I can't remember which disease that was. It'll come to me down the road here. Mm-hmm. And of course, toxin overload, radioactive substances, pesticides, dyes. When your food on the label says natural flavorings, they have a real broad spectrum of what's natural flavoring. So, and of course, antibiotics, they're in the meats, it just reduces all the good bacteria in your gut. So all of that stuff is a problem. And of course, chronic stress. And we all have stress of some kind or another. So, so decide which one of these things you want to work on first. If you're not eating the added sugars and the refined oils, then maybe you start looking at your stress levels and that kind of thing. So, okay, so we talked about this already. Chew your food well. Chewing will reduce your gas and indigestion, and it even stimulates the parotid glands that release hormones that stimulate the thymus to produce T cells in the immune system. Reducing your stress. Chronic stress lengthens the amount of time that food stays in your stomach. And that can lead to issues like IBS, inflammation, and ulcers. So remove some of the stressors in your life and add some things like yoga, meditation, listening to music, prayer time, all of that. Sufficient water. Too little water on a daily basis can lead to constipation. So the right amount of water is half your body weight in ounces per day. Not during your meal, however. You should drink very, very little, if anything at all, during your meal, because that dilutes the digestive acids in your stomach and makes it harder to digest the foods because your acid isn't as strong. Make sure you're getting lots of plant-based foods, which anything that grows, not as much grains, actually, that's plant-based, but not as much grains because they're more processed and they are harder to digest. Animal foods, anything that comes from an animal, milk, cheese, meat, chicken, fish, those are all animal foods. Anything that had a face where it came from, eggs, they don't have any fiber whatsoever in them. So you want to make sure that you're having lots of fiber in your food. There's soluble and insoluble fat fibers. And insoluble helps water attract to your stool. That makes it softer and easier to eliminate. Soluble fibers create a gel in the system, which is said to prolong stomach emptying and allowed for better nutrient absorption. Too much fiber can cause constipation and so increase your intake gradually and be sure to drink plenty of water. So if you've been eating lots of plant products all along, it's not going to be a problem. I mean, I eat a lot of plant products and I don't have bloating and constipation. I told my brother like sits in the bathroom for 15 or 20 minutes. I'm like, it takes me as long to have a BM as it does to urinate. So, it shouldn't be that long to have a bowel movement. It should be, just easy to pass. And of course, moving, exercise gets the muscles in your GI tract flexing as well as pumping blood and oxygen through your organs. So, and that's one thing I got to work on is getting my moving back in session. Stop smoking, drink less alcohol if you are. I don't think I have to say that to all these people, but smokers tend to get heartburn and peptic ulcers. They're also at increased risk for Crohn's disease, gallstones, liver disease, and cancers associated with digestive organs. And alcohol can decrease the gut's ability to absorb nutrients and reduce the digestive enzymes in the digestive tract and have an inflammatory effect on the intestines. Add in berries and green tea. Berries are rich in polyphenols, and they promote good bacteria growth in your gut and limit harmful bacteria. And of course, high antioxidant benefits from berries. Green tea has antioxidants and polyphenols and has an anti-inflammatory, detoxifying, and immune stimulating effect. Try warm foods instead of cold. Cold foods can take a while to break down and digest. Warm foods allow for easier digestion and fluidity within the digestive tract. Now, if you're eating raw food, they're going to be, I guess they could be room temperature, but they're most likely cold. Cooked food is harder to digest than raw food. I don't care what everybody else says. And of course, quality supplements, probiotics, prebiotics. Young Living has a lot of products in this department, and we're going to talk about a lot more of them. Life 9 is a highly potent probiotic with 17 billion live cultures from 9 beneficial bacteria strains. So it's not just one bacterial strain, it's 9 of them. And Mighty Pro is a prebiotic and probiotic that has 8 billion live cultures. And that is a chewable one from the Kids Sense line. Now, your kids can eat it or you can eat it. So there's no reason if you don't like to take capsules that you can't chew the Mighty Pro. Of course, Ninja Red has berries and antioxidants. ICP has 6 grams of plant-based prebiotics and 5 grams of soluble fiber. Juva Power supports healthy liver function and digestive health like Digest, Fennel Vitality, Ginger Vitality. And we're going to talk about those a little bit more. Okay, Comfort Tone. Comfort Tone is gentle yet effective for your digestive system. It's a combination of herbs and essential oils that help eliminate residue from the colon and enhance its natural ability to function optimally. It supports normal peristalsis. So if you don't know what peristalsis is, your intestinal tract like contracts and squeezes things along to get the fiber to move through. So if you're eating things that have no fiber, like lots of meat products, fried foods, that kind of thing, the peristalsis has a hard time moving it through. So with the fiber in there, the peristalsis can move foods along more. You don't want it sitting in your digestive tract fermenting. That's where the gas comes in. It contains Cascara sagrada, which is a botanical native to the Pacific that can aid the body's natural cleansing system, and psyllium seed, which is an excellent form of naturally occurring fiber. You can also find bentonite and diatomaceous earth. Look those up. They're great for cleansing. And the essential oils of ginger and tarragon provide a natural method to assist the body's digestive process. And you take 1 capsule 3 times a day and drink at least 64 ounces of water throughout the day. And again, half your body weight in ounces. Okay, Essential Enzymes 4. This is a dual capsule enzyme product that's infused with ginger, fennel, tarragon, anise, and essential oils. And it has plant-based enzymes and animal-based enzymes in combination, and they aid in the digestion of dietary fats, proteins, fibers, and carbohydrates. Enzymes are needed for every chemical reaction in the body. Thinking, blood sugar levels, build bone and cartilage, break down hormones, utilize vitamins and minerals. Everything needs an enzyme. And our body produces them, but sometimes we run a little low because of poor diet, medications, exposure to toxins. And cooked, packaged, and processed foods are enzyme depleted. As soon as you cook your spinach from your garden, you're taking some of the enzymes out of it. So fresh, locally grown, or fermented foods are a better choice and can be an excellent source of enzymes, but that's not always possible. So Essential Enzymes 4 is a great product to use. They're use time release technology. The plant-based enzymes release immediately upon entering the stomach, where the environment is conducive to the digestion of plant material. And then the animal-based enzymes targeting release in the lower intestine region, where the environment is better suited for the digestion of animal fats and proteins. So these 2 capsules aid in the digestion of dietary fats, proteins, fibers, and carbohydrates. So all 4, food-based things. You take 2 capsules, and it's a dual dose blister pack, 2 times with your largest meals. So, and if you can take them, 15, 20 minutes before your meal, great. Most of the time I'm sitting down at the table and taking my enzymes just before I put food in my mouth. So, you do the best you can do. There's also, let's see. There's also another enzyme called Just Essential Zymes, which is a dual capsule. You can see the line right in the middle of the cap. It's not a capsule, it's a tablet. It's a powder-based tablet. And that is also based on the same kind of thing as Essential Zymes 4. I like to take those between meals to more thoroughly clean out my digestive system. And then the Bonnie says, I heard that it's better to drink warm hot water with meals to help with digestion. Yeah, if you're going to drink water, it's better to drink it warm, but it's best if you can not drink it all with the meal so it doesn't dilute your digestive juices. There's also an enzyme called Detoxing, and that is a great one. Gary used to say that he takes 10 of those before he goes to bed at night. I take 4. I'm not quite as adventurous as Gary, but I take 4 at bedtime to, again, help. When you go to sleep, your body is detoxing your whole system. So detoxing, giving a little extra support to detox with the Detoxing is a great way to do it. And then there's Digestion Cleanse just came out, and that is one you can take. It's a gel cap and it has essential oils in it. You can take that with meals, between meals, at bedtime, but it helps digest and helps cleanse at the same time. And then we talked a little bit about Digest. Digest is an essential oil. It comes in Vitality or regular, and you can rub that on, or you can take the Vitality internally, and that is helpful for digesting, and it's helpful if you are not digesting well and you have some of that gas and bloating. Digest will help with that. So there's a couple of different ways you can digest it. You can take an empty capsule and put a few drops in and swallow it down. You can put it in some juice or water. You can just drop it under your tongue. It doesn't taste good. I'm going to tell you this right now, unless you love black licorice. It has anise and fennel, which both taste like black licorice. And then it has peppermint and a couple other oils in it. You kind of get used to it. I don't think anything of it now. If you drop it under your tongue and then let your saliva kind of mix with it and swish it around a little bit, it's not quite as strong because you don't have any taste buds under your tongue. So then when you get it diluted, then swallow it down and it won't taste as bad. So I think that's the main products that we have for digestion. There's so many choices that you can find what fits your day needs for digesting your food products. So what questions do you have?
What is the name of the one that tastes like licorice you just mentioned? I didn't get that one.
Digest.
Okay. I like licorice, so that'll be good.
Yeah, that's an oil. Yeah.
Okay.
The other ones are capsules or tablets that, you just swallow and there's really no flavor to them. So, yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
What's the difference? I'm not sure about how to ask the question, but I'm needing information on the enzymes versus the pre and probiotics. It sounds like they both are the same.
No, enzymes are actually active in digesting, and prebiotics are food for the intestinal flora. Right. Thanks, Deborah. Intestinal flora, that's food for them. And probiotics are the flora that gets populated in your intestinal system, which helps with digestion as well, and helps with all the other functions in your body. They say your gut is your second brain. Like your brain fog comes if you have very poor intestinal flora. And the intestinal flora can easily be killed by antibiotics, you know, and then the poor diet, the alcohol, the smoking, the packaged and processed foods. So probiotics get the intestinal system to the way it's supposed to be. So, you know, probiotics they talk about in there, it's in yogurt, it's in fermented foods. So if you eat sauerkraut or kimchi or that kind of thing, you'll get the probiotics from that. And then Young Living has that Life 9, which is the probiotic as well.
The Mighty Pro.
Yeah.
And the Mighty Pro. Yep.
Mighty Pro.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good question. Yeah, thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, I want to. This is Hiawatha, and I would like to know more about the Cascara Sagrada. Do we actually have a product called that?
No, Cascara Sagrada is in the which one?
Comfort Tone?
Comfort Tone, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Cascara Sagrada is an herb, and it's part of the Comfort Tone. And the Comfort
Okay.
Tone is almost like taking a laxative, not quite, but a natural laxative. Cascara Sagrada has that effect, but Comfort Tone also has that fiber in there, which helps move things along.
Now I want to know more about that Comfort Tone. Does it have any animal product in it?
Let me look it up here. This supplements desk reference is awesome. I know I've said this before, but you can look up all the supplements in here and you get it from 31oils.com.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
So
I'll put
Comfort
in chat.
Tone. It is not vegan. It contains beef gelatin. You should not use it with blood thinners. You can use it any time of the day. It's a perfect supplement to support your cholesterol, digestion, liver, and gallbladder. It has herbs and roots to help with the elimination process. It is also known to help soothe discomfort from foods and will help to placate gas. So it has Cascara Sagrada bark, psyllium husks, barberry root, burdock root, fennel seed, garlic root, echinacea root, bentonite, diatomaceous earth, ginger root, chamomile flower extract, apple pectin, licorice roots, and cayenne fruit.
And you
So-
can take it any time of the day.
Yes. So the gelatin, the beef gelatin is in the capsules. So if you don't want to take it because of that, you could dump the powder out of the capsules and just
Well, I
take
don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with beef gelatin.
Okay. Yeah, just the amount in the capsules is not that much. And the oils in it, tarragon, ginger, tangerine, anise, rosemary, peppermint, ocotea, German chamomile. So there's quite a few oils in it too.
Uh-huh. Now,
Yep.
I wanted some more information about that essential zyme 4.
Okay, Essential Zyme 4. Essential Zymes 4. Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to know, it says that it has plant and animal enzymes. and I want to
Yeah.
know the source of the animal enzyme.
Okay, it has beef gelatin and bee pollen. And
And you take 2 caps. When do you take 2 caps when?
you take 2 capsules before you eat. So I think it's just the beef gelatin.
Okay,
That's
that's
in
no
it.
problem.
Um,
Okay.
It's got the white capsule has pancreatin, lipase, essential oils, phenyltarragon, and the yellow capsule has riboflavin, sodium, protease, 3 different kinds of protease, amylase, cellulase, lipase, peptidase, phytase, bromelain, papain. So those are all enzymes. And then a
Now,
bunch
this
of
is-
essential oils. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay. Now, did you mention something about time release enzymes? It says
Yeah,
enzymes
so-
are needed for every chemical reaction in the body.
that's right. So
And you were talking about the fermented foods were good. Then
right.
it says something about time release enzymes.
Yeah, the essential enzymes for one of the capsules dissolves as soon as you swallow it. And the other one, I believe the yellow one, doesn't digest until it gets into your intestinal tract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good thing to know.
yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
come up with great questions.
Yeah.
Well, I
And-
see. I don't want to hog everything, but there was something about just something about some tablet. Do you
Yes,
have
and then
something called
there's just called what?
did you say just essential zyme powder?
Yeah, it's there's essential zyme and there's essential zymes 4. So essential
Oh, I see.
zymes,
So
yeah.
I see.
Essential zyme has pork in it. And
Oh,
soy.
I
in it.
see.
Yeah, and soy.
Okay.
So that would be
just
one
plain
you don't want.
just-
Yeah,
Yeah, just plain essential zyme.
right.
Okay.
So you would want the 4.
Yes. Now, what
Okay.
about this detoxing?
Okay, detoxing.
Where you take
Yes.
4 at bedtime?
Yes. Detoxing has dairy, but no pork or beef. And it cleanses the system. So it's good for bloating and gas and for those who are lactose intolerant. It helps to flush the body of dead white blood cells to allow you to function at your best. Cumin powder is added to detoxing and provides natural iron and also helps with blood sugar. It's a good choice if you have a sweet tooth. It contains the fewest essential oils of the adult enzymes and is a vegetarian enzyme complex, but not vegan. So,
Okay.
yeah. So that's
Now,
the one you can take at bedtime. Yeah.
Okay. Now, look, I have a question mark here, but I don't know how to explain it. I have something about Digestion Cleanse gel cap.
Yes.
Is that related to the detoxing?
No, it's a different one. And
It's called Digestion Cleanse.
yes, and Digestion Cleanse is vegan. And it supports those who need extra help with their digestive system. Take a half hour before meals that typically cause upset for best results. Or don't eat the meal if it causes upset, right? The delayed release capsule will ensure the essential oils will get into your bowels to help support the intestine during the final stages of elimination. So this is a oil capsule, and it has coconut oil, carrier oil, and then peppermint, caraway, lemon, ginger, fennel, anise, and that's the
And it's called, the name of it is Digestion Cleanse.
yes.
Okay.
It says take one soft gel 1 to 3 times daily with water 30 to 60 minutes prior to meals.
Okay. And just one other question, one last question. And I want to talk about this Digest Vitality.
Yes.
Now, explain a little bit about that.
Well, it's an essential oil. It has the anise and ginger and peppermint and fennel and those kind of oils. It's real similar to the Digestion Cleanse as far as the oils that are in it. And
Okay, so it's an oil. Okay, it's an oil.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you can rub that on your stomach, or you can ingest it.
Okay. Now I have one thing here about enzymes are active in digestion. I wonder why I have that.
Well, because Valerie asked the difference between enzymes and probiotics.
I see.
So enzymes are active in digesting your food and cleansing your body. Probiotics are supportive of your gut system, which is your natural digestion.
Oh, I see. But you need both of them, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. If you don't have probiotics in your system, you know, if you don't have a good gut flora, you're not digesting your food well.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I think those are all my questions.
Okay.
you have some great ones, you guys. I love
Yes,
it.
yes, exactly. I think, okay, anybody else? Okay, let's stop the recording here. Good night, everybody on the
Bye.
replay.